Hello and welcome to John R. Wooden Gymnasium on the campus of Martinsville High School. It's senior night tonight, and we are now going to send it down to Phil Deckard for the senior night festivities.
Go to one, yeah, go to one. Yeah. So Logan, go ahead and get the next person. No, I'm on this right now. I'm on camera too right now. Logan, get the next person in line, okay? Alright, switch. I'll get him in a second. Alright, you on one. Okay. Alright, so Logan, go get the next group that's over there in the basket right now real fast. Okay, you should be able to. Stay there. I'm going to get the next person now. Stay there, Logan. I'm going to follow that group. Next person in line. Now they're walking out.
Cheerleader, studying and school record holder, 2022 All-State team, and she plays fourth at state in the ball. And her plans to attend Leonard University to study business, as well as being on the athletic and food team. Her favorite memory from gymnastics is breaking the team record in 2020 alongside some of her best friends. Best of luck, Gabby Grubb. Our last senior basketball player, 22, Lane Taylor. And the biggest player of his parents, Caroline Taylor. Lane, basketball player, 1-year varsity basketball captain, 2-year varsity basketball member, early graduate, 3.5 GPA.
Actually, is that closer than what you've got? Cut to that real fast. Logan's on the way out and get all of it. Tell Nate here that you say congratulations for back.
He wants us to wish all of the seniors the best of luck after high school. We are now going to take a 15-minute break before resuming for the start of the game.
Graphic up underneath the single play when Nate's done. Yeah. You got it? All right, good. All right, good. We'll come back here then, Logan, and be ready to go when we're ready, okay? But you're going to be all by yourself. So you just have to be kind of calm when you're moving everything. So I'll get slide over here. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to John R. Wooden Gymnasium on the campus of Martinsville High School for a non-conference matchup between the Greenfield-Central Cougars and your Martinsville Artesians. It's all brought to you on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and IHSAA TV. I'm Nate Long and I'm joined by my broadcasting partner, Jack Reeves. And Jack, the Artesians are playing host to a very talented and undefeated 20-0 Greenfield-Central team tonight. They have been steamrolling the competition this year under fifth-year head coach Luke Meredith.
Yeah, that's right, Nate. This Cougar team has progressively gotten better through the years under their coach. In Coach Meredith's first year, the first team was 12-12. Each year they have been able to file down the number of losses that they've taken, and now here they are at John R. Wooden Gymnasium looking to continue this insane winning streak. The Cougars have not lost a regular season game since December of 2022. That's right, 2022, not 23. They defeated Avon a week ago, 54-50.
One of the storylines tonight will be about how the Artesians plan to contain Braylon Mullins, one of the best players in the state of Indiana. Mullins leads the team in points per game, rebounds per game, steals per game, and blocks per game.
Yeah, Nate, Mullins is an absolute beast on the court, and that's putting it pretty lightly. Whenever you lead a team that is 20-0 in nearly every statistic, you got to be doing something right. And he currently averages a little over 26 points per game. He has numerous offers from D1 schools, including Indiana, Butler, Notre Dame, Iowa, and Virginia Tech, just to name a few.
That's right, Jack, a very good player. And on the other side of the court, the Martinsville Artesians, who are looking to snap a 13-game losing streak after suffering their most recent loss to South Vernon on the road. They now come back into their own house looking to pull off the upset and snap the losing streak.
And to be able to do that, they will need big things from their star sophomore guard, Grady Gardner, who leads the team, averaging 17 points per game. The Artesians will not have sophomore guard Mason Dotson tonight, nor junior forward A.J. Reynolds. Like you said, they have been through a rough patch, but they have played a hard schedule to this point, and that hard schedule should prepare them for the moment tonight against the Cougars.
It'll be a fun night tonight to watch the matchup between the two star guards here tonight with Grady Gardner of the Artesians and Braylon Mullins of the Cougars. And Jack, it's not only Mullins who can get it done offensively. This Cougar team is very balanced, and they have guys that can score the ball all over the floor.
Yeah, Nate, this Cougars team can really just shoot the lights out. They have 5 guys that shoot in volume from the three-point line that just tear the net off the rim when they shoot it. These 5 guys have all shot 25 or more threes on the year, and all these 5 guys also shoot 40% or better from three-point land. I've called around 20 games, both boys and girls, in the last 2 years, and Nate, I've never seen a team that shoots at the volume that they do and have the kind of percentage they do.
Now, hearing about this, how talented this team is, Jack, what are the Artesians going to have to do tonight to secure the win?
Well, for the Artesians, they're going to have to play physical. You know, like we said, they have no Mason Dotson or A.J. Reynolds tonight, and the Artesians are really just going to have to step up on the boards and play physical on the defensive side. And they also have to play 32 minutes. We talked with Coach Staggs, and he said that he felt that his team hasn't completely put 32 minutes together. They have let games get away from them, specifically in the second half. And with an undefeated Cougars team coming into town, they will definitely need to go the full distance.
And what about the undefeated Cougars?
Well, the Cougars needed to limit the 3-ball, Nate. We know that Gardner and Stroud can both shoot it really well from three-point land. And then speaking of Hunter Stroud, they need to keep him out of the paint. You know, although he's not the biggest guy, he is very physical and gets to the hoop really efficiently. And then finally, they need to match the Artesians' intensity. The Artesians can really get after you in the first half defensively. And Coach Meredith also talked about really capitalizing on momentum shifting or juice plays.
We're now going to send it down to our PA announcer, Phil Deckard, for the national anthem and starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to our principal, I'd like to welcome all of our guests to Martinsville High School. And in the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at any IHSAA event. Let's support our student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans in the respect they deserve. Your cooperation is And now please welcome our starting lineup for our guest this evening, the Greenfield-Central Cougars. Starting in guard, our coach, grade number 3, I-10 junior, Boston Willard. And the guard is grade 24, 6'5" junior, Brandon Mullins. Starting forward for the Cougars, grade number 10, 6'4" senior, Jacob Hinton. And the 32, 6'4" junior, Carlos Freeman. And guard number 33, 6'2" senior, Brendan Robertson. And coach, Luke Meredith. And now please welcome our Little Army players of the week. This is Texas Software Solutions. Playing for Smith Elementary Team, please welcome Marcus Ford, son of Jason and Cindy Ford. And now, your starting lineup for the Martinsville
Artesians have a tough task tonight.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Kind of in the intros, a lot of height on this Greenfield-Central team. I think they have 2'6'5", 6'4", and a pair of 6'2" guards. And for the Artesians, Lane Taylor, Grady Gardner, and Reese Wolf all listed as 6'2". I doubt they are 6'2".
I think Lane might be 6'2", but the other ones I would say that they might have a generous inch or two on them.
So that is the tallest here. And then quick pass stolen away by Hunter Stroud to start the game. Talking with Coach Staggs that a big thing tonight is going to have to be slowing down possessions against a very talented, undefeated Cougar team.
Yeah, that quick alertness from Stroud really just saved a quick basket from their star Braylon Mullins to start the game. Willard pulled down the tip, and Stroud was waiting for him. Taylor in the paint.
Yeah, the Cougars here playing a 3-2 zone here, and we said it right before, Artesians are really going to look to slow this down. As you saw there at the beginning, Hunter Stroud just standing there with the ball for a good 20 seconds. It's going to be a big thing for the Artesians being able to just limit possessions for each team, because this is just a high, powerful team like we talked about in the opening.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Stroud thought about the three there, but he will be called for travel.
Yeah, he walked with it before he was able to gather it.
Braylon Mullins took it out, passed it in there to Boston Willard. Those two are going to be the two to watch tonight. Boston Willard averaging 11 points per game, and of course Braylon Mullins averaging 26. Mullins go to work early, gets fouled on the way up. We'll see who they get put the foul on.
I'm going to get Reese Wolf on that foul.
Reese Wolf, and that's going to send Mullins to the line for two. Coming in 86% from the free throw line. Really good for high school. One of the best I think I've ever seen coming in, and maybe a little commentator jinx there as he missed the first.
Yeah, on that post move there, Nate, we got to see our first little bit of Mullins tonight. You know, we talked about the height advantage. Mullins is 6'5", and that footwork, that seemed like some professional post player type moves.
Yeah, there's a reason he has a lot of D1 offers to the Big Ten. And Mullins getting right in there, almost gets a steal. I think they're going to say he's stepped out of bounds, but already his presence on the offensive end and the defensive end for Braylon Mullins. Gardner is going to take it out for the Artesians into Jace LaFerry. There's high 3-2 pressure here by the Cougars as loses it, and then Mullins, he's going to hit a 3. 4 points early for Braylon Mullins, all stemming from that LaFerry turnover.
Yeah, they have Mullins at the top running this high-pressure defense. We already see the Artesians kind of fumbling it around a little bit.
Yeah, some dangerous passes. LaFerry jumper, good. Good answer back there by Jace LaFerry. On the season, averaging 7 points per game.
So Willard has it now. As Stroud is up top against him. Freeman takes it baseline. Now Willard, deep left wing. That one's off the mark. With the offensive rebounds pulled down and tipped away by Reese Wolf, and it will stay Greenfield-Central ball.
Great job by the Artesians just being able to stay with it. And you're going to have to really limit possessions here. You're going to have to get rebounds against this tall team. Dangerous pass there. Goes up with it. No good. There is Jake Hinton. Ferry pulls it down. And that's stolen away there by Freeman. Mullins with the slam.
And a quick timeout by Coach Staggs. He wants to get things grouped together. Seemed a little lost there on the defense just before that turnover off the inbound pass.
Yeah, and Jack, the Cougars, came out in that 3-2, and they kind of transitioned more into a 1-3-1 after the first bucket, and it's really giving the Artesians struggles as it's a 6'5 guy, another 6'5 guy, and a 6'4 guy, and the Artesians just don't have that height to be able to make all these passes. So
yeah.
the Artesians, that's probably the biggest thing right now that Coach Staggs is talking about, is going to be having to be able to pass the ball, pump fake, pass fakes, bounce passes. It's going to be big for the Artesians as they're already down 4 with 2.5 minutes into the quarter.
Yeah, whenever you have a 6'5 guy like Braylon Mullins who can run around like he's Jace LaFerry size, and another poke away there by Freeman. But like I was saying, Mullins is up top of that 1-3-1 that you're talking about that Greenfield-Central kind of transitioned to after the first couple of possessions. Whenever you have Mullins flying around out there with his long wingspan and his lanky frame, I mean, that's really just hard to get by. Is there, he tips it again, but Gardner's able to hold on.
Yeah, another dangerous pass. That's stolen away there. Mullins, 3-ball, good. That's the Mullins show here. Has every point for the Cougars, all 9 points scored by the junior Braylon Mullins, one of the best players in the state of Indiana. Hunter Stroud from 3, no good. Robertson with the rebound. He's going to take it himself. 3-ball Freeman, no good. And the layup there by Hinton goes in. The senior first bucket of the night.
Gardner, deep left wing. That one's off the mark.
Another 3-ball by the Cougars, no good. That's from Robertson, the forward. He's going to have to slow it down. Wayne Taylor from 3. No good for the senior on senior night. Willard with a ball. These look to be in man. Mullins over. Good defense. Robertson with the ball, gets it taken away there. LaFerry comes up with it.
Yeah, that's great sound defense by the Artesians. Not really panicking, kind of keeping Greenfield-Central in front of them as they're able to get a takeaway, and LaFerry is fouled on the right wing.
Yeah, Braden Robertson committing the foul the Cougars, and it looks like Zane Capshaw, the junior, checking in for the senior Lane Taylor. We talked about this early, being able to stop Braylon Mullins, and so far he's had an incredible night, scoring 9 points, getting multiple steals, even throwing down a dunk. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do really tonight. Timeout is called. Let's see here. Cougars lead 11-2 with 3:35 remaining in this first quarter.
Something that I've been paying attention to, Nate, is really how fast that this Greenfield-Central team is. I mean, everybody 1 through 5 just seems like they're faster than anybody on the Artisans, really just outpacing them. And that's one of the things that you talked about, Nate. Really, the Artisans need to slow them down, keep them in front of them, not panic, and just run a slower offense, keep bodies in front of them on defense. And Greenfield-Central is really making that task difficult for the Artisans thus far.
Yeah, the Artisans kind of have tried to do that, but just the length of the top of the 3-2, kind of a 1-3-1. It's kind of in between, kind of an extended 3-2. Not exactly sure what they're running, but it has caused a lot of problems for the Artisans, as Jace LaFerry has the only bucket for the Artisans. But, I mean, you're just going to go back to it all night. It's Braylon Mullins' show. 9 points of the 11 for the Cougars. As the teams are back in the court now.
We talked about how well this team shoots the ball from three-point land in the pregame. So far, Mullins is 2 for 2 on three-pointers. The rest of the team, though, they have not hit a 3 yet.
And just like that, Grady Garner, who is 43% from 3, is 0 for 1 so far. And if you're the Artisans, you got to get Grady the ball if you really want to have a chance to win tonight. Willard taking it up for the Cougars. Robertson over to Freeman. Willard. Good defense here by the Artisans. Playing physical like they talked about in the opening. They needed to do. But Mullins is going to take it himself and lays it in easy for Mullins.
I mean, what a shifty move. He took off from in front of the volleyball line, was able to do a little scoop and underhand layup, and he tipped it there.
Great player in Mullins.
Yeah, Mullins is really the energizer of this team. He is moving around at lightning paces. That one's taken away by Freeman.
Freeman tries to get it over there to Mullins, but kick ball there by Jace LaFerry is going to stay Cougar ball. Just like that, Cougars lead 13-2.
Nate, I was half expecting a little bit of a alley-oop action there to Mullins.
Yeah, he went for just a little bounce pass there. Nice bucket there by Dallas Freeman, but decided to go with the bounce pass, and Jason Fair gets his foot out to stop the easy bucket. It's just they're struggling right now with the tall guards, and Jason Ferry and Hunter Stroud both not very tall. Jason Ferry, and they're both listed about 5'10".
Yeah, that's a great find from Stroud on the far left wing there. Found a Capshaw wide open in the paint, and Capshaw finished with a right hand.
Zane Capshaw hasn't got a lot of minutes this season, only averaging 1.6 points per game, but gets an early bucket here as Mullins no good, a rare miss for him. And the bucket there good. Dallas Freeman, the junior, averaging 7 points per game. That's his second bucket of the night. Ferry over to Stroud. Tight defense.
Stroud tries a no-look pass, almost turned into a turnover.
Trap there, gets it away, barely to Hunter Stroud. Hunter Stroud turns it over there. Boston Willard, fast break opportunity for the Cougars. And no good on the layup there is Jake Hinton. Capshaw trying to get the rebound. Foul will be committed by the Cougars. Reese Wolf going to take it out, pass it into Jace Ferry. And it looks like a 1-3-1 right now.
Yeah, it does. They're bringing that wing up to pressure along with now Freeman, who's at the top.
LaFerry for three, no good. Zane Capshaw almost able to get the rebound. But Boston Willard hits it off him, and it'll be Cougar ball as the senior Lane Taylor checks back in for Reese Wolf. And also Ty Stroud checking in for the Artesians.
Yeah, that 1-3-1 that they're running right now, Nate, that is exactly the kind of defense that you set up in when you want those quick, fast break points whenever you think you can, run the other team out of the gym. And that top guy, like we were just talking about, comes with the wing of the same side, and they go and trap whoever has the ball as soon as they get across the 10-second line.
Well, it helps that they're all 6'5", 6'4".
And they all have that. Mullins
Money.
Again.
Money from 3 is Mullins. That's his 3rd 3 of the game made. And he's just playing lights out here. Mullins tips it away there again. Freeman over to Mullins. 3 ball. Willard, no good. Rebound there by Jay Stilferry. Gardner, 3 ball is blocked. Looks like Hunter Stroud checking back in for the Artesians. I can't see the number for the Cougars as Grady Gardner goes to the line. Gardner's good on this first. I believe that was a 3, so that's going to be 3 shots at the line for Grady Gardner. So he's fouled on that shot attempt. Second free throw is good as well. Freeman checking out. Brady Johnson checking in for the Cougars. Gardner goes to the line for his 3rd free throw. It's up and good. 3 for 3 at the line is Grady Gardner. Grady Gardner 80% from the line this season. Right up there, one of the best we've seen. Him and Mullins, best free throw percentages that I've seen of all time doing games.
Those are the kind of points that you're really going to need to capitalize on for the Artesians because this defense, it's stifling, Nate.
Yeah, 10 seconds left. They're going to hold for the last shot here. Mullins, I thought Mullins would get the last shot, but Boston Willard says, nah, it's mine, and takes the 3 and hits it. And that's going to do it for the first quarter as the Cougars lead 23-7. You're watching Martinsville versus Greenfield-Central on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and IHSA TV.
We just got a good group of guys that can shock some people. We know what we're capable of, and there's no secret recipe to that. We're just going to work hard and get to where we want to get to.
Let's go!
We're a young, hungry group. I'm ready to go. We just want to win. I'm ready to get started.
At Home Bank, we value our communities. Homegrown. Home style. Home team. Home for the holidays. Your new home. Because at the end of the day, this is your bank. And when a bank really understands your needs, you feel at home.
Welcome back to John R. Wooden Gymnasium for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Artesians, Stroud, Gardner, LaFerry, Taylor, and Capshaw. For the Cougars, Johnson, Willard, Mullins, Robertson, and another Robertson.
So, Nate, we see that they're back in the 3-2. They got out of that 1-3-1, and I really couldn't tell you why. It was giving the Artesians all kinds of problems, but
Lane Taylor goes up and gets the bucket on senior night. Lane Taylor averaging 1.8 points per game. Gets a bucket there. Johnson with the ball. Gets it down low to Robertson. Over to Mullins. Mullins goes up with it. Shot's going to get called on the floor. No shot. Mullins will take it out, or excuse me, the Cougars will take it out. Robertson. Johnson, excuse me, Willard. No good there. Jace LaFerry gets it. Over to Gardner. Cross-court pass to Stroud. Down low came Zane Capshaw. Trying to get it to Taylor. Stolen away there. But good hustle play by Zane Capshaw. Unable to hit the layup.
Yeah, as soon as Robertson pulled down the rebound, Capshaw went right back in there and said, "Give me that." He just wasn't able to finish.
Mullins with the ball. Deep three, step back. Just short. Able to get the rebound there is Willard. Johnson, no good. Rebound by Grady Gardner.
Yeah, the Cougars right now aren't shooting the ball from three as well as we usually see them. We talked about in the pregame how they have 5 people that really shoot volume from the three-point line, and they all shoot over 40%, and Mullins is included in that. He's 3 of 5 from downtown, but other than that, they only have one other player that's made a three-pointer, and that's Willard. Everything else has been off the mark.
Lane Taylor down low. Great pass there to Jace LaFerry for the layup.
I mean, what a dime, Nate. Taylor had nowhere to go. He saw LaFerry cutting, and he just gave him a quick bullet off the ground. LaFerry capitalized off the glass.
Yeah, great job there for the senior on senior night. And just a miscommunication there by Boston Willard. Throws it to nobody.
Yeah, Willard trying to do too much with something that wasn't there. Willard is a really great facilitator of this team, so as long as he doesn't let that rattle him too much, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some great dishes to some of his teammates tonight. He leads the team in assists per game with a little over 4.
Dallas Freeman there checked in for Braylon Mullins. So this is the opportunity for the Artesians to try to get back into it. As Hinton also checks back in for Cooper Robertson. Stroud taking it up. Over to Taylor. Taylor goes up with it strong and gets a layup. Lane Taylor, 4 points.
Yeah, the Artesians have cut it down to 10 now. Really want to get a stop here to try to shift some of this momentum.
Hinton tipped away there by Zane Capshaw. He's able to get the ball back, but it throws it right to Grady Gardner. Gardner goes all the way. Layup up. No good, but will get the foul as Gardner will go to the line for 2 more. And he was fouled on the 3-ball earlier in this game and hit all 3. So he's expected to hit a good percentage of these.
Yeah, like you talked about, Nate, 80% from the free throw line. Grady Gardner is on the season, and he has a chance here to cut it down to a single-digit deficit. And so he does.
And just like that, Braylon Mullins checks back into the game there for Braden Robertson. As soon as the Artesians had something good going for them, they sub back in their guy, Mullins, as Grady Gardner is 5 for 5 tonight from the free throw line. Willard right now with the ball. Great facilitator, like we talked about earlier, for this Greenfield-Central team.
The Cougars led by 16 at one point in the first quarter. The Artesians have whittled it down to 8 right now.
Foul there committed by the Artesians as Reese Wolf checking back in for the Artesians, coming in for Zane Capshaw. It's going to be Brady Johnson going to take it out. Gets it in there to Willard. Mullins gets by Wolf. Gets it to fall, but foul on the floor, so no shot. And Greenfield-Central is going to take it out of bounds. It's going to be the junior Brady Johnson taking it out. Look for them to try to get to Mullins. It's tipped away there by LaFerry, but somehow it gets to Mullins. Mullins goes up with it. Gets the layup to fall.
Yeah, right after the Artesians were able to kind of stifle the momentum captured by the Cougars, after Mullins was on the bench, they throw Mullins right back in, and he makes a play.
And Mullins already has 16 points early on in this game as he hits the free throw to make it 17 points on the night, closing in on his average of 26 a game. As it kind of looks like they're back into that 1-3-1 with Mullins in the game. LaFerry looking for somebody, gets it over to Stroud. Pump fake drive. Gets it tipped away there, and Mullins has it. Fast break opportunity for Mullins. He goes up with it. Oh, in and out there from Mullins. LaFerry, dangerous pass, and that's just stolen away there by Freeman. Freeman fouled. He will go to the line 4-2. Freeman had 4 points in the first quarter, trying to add on to his total here with 2 free throws at the line. We'll look into what's going to go on at halftime. The Artesians are announcing some Hall of Fame inductees. Just a few of those is Rod Bay and S.L. Burpo and Dr. Jack Farr. Just a few that will be introduced at halftime.
So Freeman goes 0 for 2 at the line. And they're going to get hit on a foul.
Okay, let's see here. Hunter Stroud going to take it out for the Artesians. LaFerry here, and they're back into that tough defense as LaFerry loses it again. Freeman, Johnson with the ball, gets it back to Freeman. Wide open down low for an easy bucket there is Jake Henson. Timeout's going to get called on by the Artesians. And just like that, you know, they was down by 16. They cut it to 8, but now it's right back to a 13-point game as soon as Mullins came back in. This is going to be a kind of a big part of this game right here. How do the Artesians finish this quarter? About 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Just going to be big. The Artesians want to stay in this one. And it's going to have to start with slowing down the Cougars' offense.
Yeah, and another thing, Nate, we talked about the defensive switching with the Cougars, you know, going between that 3-2 and that 1-3-1. I really think that 1-3-1 is kind of a Mullins exclusive kind of package defense. Whenever Mullins comes in, they really like to throw his lanky 6'5" frame up top to really just chase around either the Artesian guards that bring the ball up the floor. They kind of get a little bit of a trap going, but whenever they, you know, don't have Mullins on the floor, they go back into that 3-2 with a little bit of a corner trap. But the Artesians have not slowed down in the offense like we talked about that they're going to have to do to, you know, avoid those silly mistakes and those turnovers. And they're kind of just, they've been sped up by this very aggressive Cougars defense, whether it be the 3-2 or the 1-3-1 led by Mullins.
And, you know, we're talking about Mullins kind of exclusive as a 1-3-1, and that reminds me just of a team the Artesians played last year, or a guy they played, last year, in J.Q. Roberts, guy going to Vanderbilt, or did go to Vanderbilt. And they did kind of the same exact thing all season with him, being that guy to try to just take passes away, as Mullins is no good on the layup. But they doing the same exact thing as Greenfield-Central and Bloomington North, with using their best guy in that position to create the most chaos he can. Johnson down low. Freeman, easy layup. 6 points for Freeman. Gardner drives, and they're going to get a blocking foul on one of the 3 Cougars that were there.
Yeah, thankfully for the Artesians, they're able to draw the foul there, but these fast breaks just are not working out for them. And I just talked about it at the halftime break. They need to slow down, keep their composure so that they don't make those silly mistakes and those turnovers, which we've seen tonight. It's been happening a lot in the second quarter, and Greenfield's really been able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, Cooper Robertson checked in there for Jake Hinton for the Cougars. And they're going to get a 5-second call on the Artesians. About 2:57 remaining. Great game so far played by Braylon Mullins. Has 17 points in this first half so far. Except to Robertson. Mullins down low. Robertson. Layup good there by Cooper Robertson. LaFerry gets the ball, and they're right back into that 1-3-1. LaFerry. Cross court pass to Stroud. Stroud drives. Goes all the way up. No good, but 2 shots upcoming for Hunter Stroud, who hasn't got a point tonight so far.
Yeah, one of the keys to the game for Greenfield-Central was to keep none other than Hunter Stroud out of the paint, prevent him from driving, because we've seen that he is lethal whenever he gets to his right hand. He's really good at finishing on those right-handed layups and through the contact finishes. He didn't get that one to drop there, but he did get fouled, and right now he was 1 of 1 at the free throw line.
Second shot upcoming there for Hunter Stroud. Good there, 2 for 2 at the line. Ephesians may be down in the scoring, but so far they are 7 for 7 from the line, so those easy points, they are capitalizing on them tonight. Robertson gets it stolen away by Hunter Stroud. Fast break opportunity. Gets it stolen away there by Willard. Great play there by Willard. Able to not allow Hunter Stroud to go up with the layup. Garner going to take it out for the Artesians. Great play there by Garner, throwing it off the back of Cooper Robertson. Unable to get the layup to fall, but will get fouled and will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, you see those kind of highlight plays on YouTube, Nate. Gardner unfortunately wasn't able to finish it, but he did get fouled. So far he's been 5 for 5 from the line.
Make
now
that 6 for 6. Yup. Gardner at the free throw line again. Makes that 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Braylon Mullins going to take it up himself for the Cougars. 13-point game. He pulls it deep. No good there. Zane Capshaw able to get the contested rebound. There's Jace LaFerry. Point guard for the Artesians here. And this 1-3-1 has given Artesians problems all night as Gardner's floater, no good. Rebound there by Willard. He's going to take it himself. Johnson for 3. He got it. Brady Johnson, 41% from the 3 ball, and he hits one there.
Yeah, that's his first shot of the night. We talked about how great of shooters that Greenfield is. He was ready for the moment. He drained it.
Hunter Stroud there, just too high of a pass there to be corralled there by Reese Wolf. And it's going to be Greenfield-Central ball. Willard taking it up for the Cougars. Trying to get Mullins the ball. Easy pass there to Robertson, and that is rejected there by Zane Capshaw. Reese Wolf goes up with the layup. No good. Zane Capshaw gets it back and gets fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
I mean, what a great sequence from the junior Zane Capshaw. He absolutely, with every bit of power in his body, slammed it off the backboard from Robertson. Then he goes down and gets the offensive rebound, and now he's at the free throw line for 2.
Zane Capshaw no good on the first attempt. Already has 2 points here tonight. Zane Capshaw, second attempt. It's up, and it is good. 3 points on the night for Zane Capshaw, the 6'2 junior. That's a big momentum play for the Artesians trying to go into the half. As it looks like Greenfield-Central going to hold for that last shot. Mullins with the ball.
Like you said, Nate, that's one of those momentum plays, and that's one of the things that Coach Meredith of the Cougars really harps on, those juice plays, those energy plays, those momentum-shifting plays. And that's kind of been a little bit of a motto for Greenfield-Central this year. as Mullins is trying to find somewhere to go with it.
We saw a little bit of a taste of the back and forth between the two 24s in Grady Gardner and Braylon Mullins. Two guys who are going to go at it all night. So Willard kicks Freeman for 3, no good. Robertson goes up with it, gets fouled, but we'll go to the line for 2 here. With 1.3 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Cooper Robertson, the junior, hits the first free throw. Second shot is up, and it's good. Gardner launches one. No good there, and that's going to do it for the second quarter as the Artesians are down 37-20. But we're going to keep it here as we are going to honor the new inductees for the Martinsville Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me give our attention please to the introduction of some very important sports fans who are seated. These are our recent inductees in the Hall of Fame. They were treated in the academic proceeding. And now we're going to introduce them to each other. Our first inductee, please welcome Senator Ron Gray. Graduated from Martinsville High School in 1987. Senator Ron Gray taught pathway, political service, and his father, Richard, his grandfather, William Esquire. Ron is currently president pro tem of the Senate of Indiana, thanks to the state's highest ranking senator. Ron has received the legislative champion award for his support of adult education. Senator Gray earned a BA in history from Indiana University and his doctorate from the Doctoral School of Law. Ron has served as Senate Majority Leader since 2018 and has served arguably as an Indiana State Senator from District 37, which includes Morgan County and Trojan, Johnson, Oral, and Putnam County since 2012. Ron has worked at the law firm of Gray, and Gray during his entire career. Ron served as the attorney in the City Workers Board from 2003 to 2007 and served as chairman of the Morgan County Republican Party from 1998 to 2005. Outside of service in the Indiana General Assembly, Ron is a volunteer and served in various capacities in our community. He is a current sponsor and former board member of the Morgan County Community Concerts. Ron is also served on the Home Bank Board of Directors and is a YMCA board member. Vince Brad and Ron Roberto will represent our next inductee, Shirley S.L. Burko. S.L. graduated from Martinsville High in 1957. He served as sports editor and Martinsville reporter for over 25 years, highlighting athletes, sporting events at Martinsville High School. Shirley, along with Bob Stagg, considered to be the voice of the Artesians while working in Martinsville area reporter from 1958 to the time of his death, July 1994. S.L. was the author of the book entitled Rags to Riches. This is history of Martinsville High School celebration of sponsors and members for visiting with and writing letters about Coach John Wood. It's not agreeing to present the Purdue Alumni Association Award to many contributions. Shirley Love is hometown. Our next inductee, Dr. Jack Carr, graduated from Martinsville High School in 1971. Dr. Carr is a degree in biological engineering from Roseville and his medicine degree from Indiana University. Dr. Carr is a nationally recognized surgeon in the field of carpentry repair. Dr. Carr has published several books on carpentry repair in 2015 and 2018, while serving as an associate editor for the Journal Carpentry and American Journal of Orthopedics. He is a fellow of the National Carpentry Repair Society and the American Board on the Memorial Foundation. Dr. Carr retired in May 2022 from surgery and focuses on non-operative management in that same area. Dr. Carr has tackled several difficult sports injuries on professional athletes, including members of both the Colts and the Pacers. He continues to be proud of his work out, still has medical and business development. Next is welcome Deputy Marshall Ross. Marshall is a 1956 graduate from high school for the year 8 versus 11. He's 11 track, cross-country, and Central, and a 3-time conference champion. Marshall is a state and national award and respected track and coach, mentor, and historian. Mr. Ross is a track and field coach at Bloomington South. 1964 to 1982. He coached 29 sectional champions, 11 regional champions, and 20 conference champions. 1982, he became assistant track and cross-country coach at Indiana University. While at IU, he coached 6 All-Americans and 16 Big Ten champions. Marshall served as manager of officials. 1984 Olympic Games. He was named Indiana Central Alumni Coach of the Year, 1967, 1978. He was named Indiana Coach of the Year in track, 1975 and 1980, as well as the National High School Coach of the Year, 1982. Marshall was inducted into the Indiana High School Track and Field Hall of Fame, 1994. Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame in 2016, and the University of Indianapolis Hall of Fame in 2005. Marshall Ross. And now for third name is Myron L. Moriarty. Bo is a 7th-year graduate of Martinsville High School, who's now studying player in football, basketball, wrestling, and baseball. Bo is a player and team coached by Bill Seidowitz, Sam Alford, John Cruz, and Bill Taylor. Most like those gentlemen as such a positive influence in his life. He then played football at St. Joe's College, where he graduated in 1977. Bo has had a successful career as a head football coach with tenures at Bloomington South, Lakeland, Carmel, and Salem. He also served as an assistant football coach at Indiana University, as well as an assistant football coach at Martinsville. Bo is best known for his 2 stints as a head football coach at Bloomington South, where he won 2 Again, congratulations. And now,
Okay, a little scoring update here at halftime. First with the Greenfield-Central Cougars. Leading the way for them, like we said, Braylon Mullins has 17 points. Right behind him is Dallas Freeman with 6. Tied at 4 will be Jake Henson and Cooper Robertson. And then tied at 3, Brady Johnson and Boston Willard. Now for the Artesians. Artesians of this today are led by Grady Gardner with 7 points. Then Jace LaFerry, Lane Taylor both with 4. Zane Capshaw with 3. And then Hunter Stroud with a pair of free throws. We're going to go to another break, and we'll be back for the start of the third quarter.
We just got a good group of guys that can shock some people. We know what we're capable of, and there's no secret recipe to that. We're just going to work hard and, get to where we want to get to.
Let's go!
We're a young, hungry group. I'm ready to go. We just want to win. I'm ready to get started.
At Home Bank, we value our communities. Homegrown. Home style. Home team. Home for the holidays. Your new home. Because at the end of the day, this is your bank. And when a bank really understands your needs, you feel at home.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
He'll fire his 3.
Welcome back to John R. Wooden Gymnasium for the start of the third quarter. On the court for the Cougars, we have Boston Willard, Jake Henson, Braylon Mullins, Braden Robertson, and Dallas Friesman. Stolen away there by Mullins. Mullins goes up with it, gets the layup to fall. Braylon Mullins, 19 points so far in this one. With that, Greenfield-Central takes a 22-point lead. Down low, Lane Taylor. Grady Gardner gets one to fall, his first 3 of the night.
Yeah, we're going to need to see a lot more of that from Grady Gardner if the Artesians want to compete in the second half and try to wrestle their way back into this game.
Willard with the ball.
Here we see a little bit of that 24-on-24 action.
Three ball, no good. Easy rebound and put back there by Jake Henson. 6 points on the night for him. Grady Garner for three. He got it. Grady Garner back-to-back threes. Giving him 13 points in this third quarter.
Yeah, Gardner in the first half had not hit a three. He was 0 for 2 in the first half. Right now he's 2 for 2 with not even quite 2 minutes played in this second half.
Dallas Freeman gets the layup, or excuse me, the rebound, and then puts it back for the layup. The Artesians come out, and they've tried to kind of battle as Reese Wolf there gets the layup. They've kind of came back, made some halftime adjustments from that 1-3-1, just having Lane Taylor come up and screen Mullins, give his guards, Jace LaFerry, Hunter Stroud, and those guys able to really dribble a little bit easier. As Hunter Stroud there takes it, and that's blocked there by Mullins. Stroud able to get it back. Stroud over to LaFerry. Down low, Taylor. Gardner for three again. Doesn't get that one to fall. Rebound there by Hinton. No good there. Rebound by Reese Wolf. Wolf over to Stroud. Easy bucket there for Jace LaFerry.
Yeah, that's how you want to run the fast break. We talked about it in the first half, how the Artesians need to slow down. When the fast break isn't there, don't force it. Don't get caught up and then force your own turnovers, basically, as Mullins draws the foul. But there, the fast break was executed perfectly by the Artesians.
Yeah, Mullins is going to go line for two. Has 19 points already in this one, trying to add 2 more to his total. He is 2 for 3 on the night so far. Actually, they're saying it was on the floor, so no shots. Over to Freeman. And Willard's going to take it up back to the top of the key, set up the offense for the Cougars. Screen for Mullins. Mullins lost for a second. We got a blocking foul there on Lane Taylor. Deep pass there to Freeman. Gets it back to Willard. Freeman, left wing. Easy pass there to Hinton. No good on the layup. Rebound by Stroud, but they're going to say it was out of bounds. So this will remain the Cougars' ball. I don't know if I agree with that one, Jack.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Nate, about the out of bounds call, but it did look like Mullins on a lob, but it did look like when Hinton missed that layup, the seemingly wide open layup, I believe Stroud flew in from behind him and probably got a piece of it because there was nobody in front of Hinton to prevent him from making that as Gardner with a little teardrop.
He answers back now, and he has 15 points on the night. I know in the opening we talked about this. This is going to be a matchup, Mullins versus Gardner. They've been guarding each other most of the night. As like we said there, Gardner with 15. Mullins does have the upper hand so far with 21. Robertson no good on the layup, but get fouled there by Lane Taylor. So he will go to the line for two. Quiet night for Robertson. Trying to score his first points of the night. We have a 16-point game and make it 17-point game with that first free throw.
Capshaw is going to check in for Taylor.
And Capshaw has really done well. You know, in that first half, he had that monster block, goes down, gets fouled, gets 1 or 2 for the free throw line. But, you know, St. Capshaw has not really played a lot this season, varsity time, I mean. But so far in this game, he's really had a great impact.
Yeah, you're right. Now he's had a couple of offensive rebounds. And like we said, that monstrous block, he did go 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And earlier on in the game, in the first quarter, he was able to get on the board with a little right-handed layup. So, yeah, like you said, Nate, Capshaw's impact definitely felt tonight. Some good minutes out of someone who doesn't see a huge role on this Artesian team.
Yeah, Capshaw and Gardner playing well, and that's another foul committed by Jake Hinton on Gardner. Gardner's trying to get to his spot right now. Down by 18. He needs to get to his spot. He needs to get some shots to fall. The Artesians want a chance to come back in this one. Cooper Robertson, the big center, checking back in for the Cougars. As Gardner looks like he was wide open for a second, unable to get him the ball. We'll get him on the travel. So it's going to be Greenfield-Central ball. Something I haven't seen is the coach holding up a 3. Guessing that's a play or something on a red card for Greenfield-Central. We'll see what 3 is.
Yeah, Robertson missed the other Robertson in the paint. He was wide open, but it doesn't matter. Cooper Robertson gets it done himself.
Pushes it back to a 20-point game to the corner. Stroud cross court to Ty Stroud. Bad pass there from Capshaw to Stroud. As Mullins tries to dunk it, unable to get it, but Boston Willard able to get the layup.
Yeah, I thought we were about to see a little bit of showtime there out of Mullins. I thought he was going to take off. And
Grady Gardner for 3. That's his third one of the third quarter.
Yeah, Gardner right now is 3 of 4 from three-point land so far in this third quarter with a little over 2 minutes remaining.
Great job by Zane Capshaw. Steal it there. Goes all the way to Hunter Stroud for the layup. Stroud for 2.
I mean, Nate, the Artesians aren't dying just yet. They're trying to keep themselves in this one.
And they need plays like that. They want to be able to make a comeback in this one. Capshaw guarding the ball here. Willard out. 3 ball. Good by Mullins. Mullins has 24. Timeout is called, and that's going to be, it's going to push it back to another 20-point lead for the Cougars.
Yeah, Mullins shoots 42% from three-point land on the season, and he just got back to 50 with that one. He was 3 of 7 before, now 4 of 8. And Mullins' impressive showing tonight continues.
Yeah, he has played incredible, but like you said, this team has been balanced. And the biggest part of this defense, or this team, said it before, is the defense. They've played lights out against this Artesian offense. And that's really the reason why they're winning by this margin. But, you know, the Artesians have had some big plays, Jack. I'd like to see them have more of those.
Yeah, that turnover there forced by Capshaw, picked up by him. You know, he assisted Stroud on the fast break layup. They are down by 20 right now. So the Cougars do have a commanding lead, but the Artesians are showing more fight in the second half than I've seen them do in some of their previous matches this year, which is definitely a good note, seeing as though we are going into the postseason here soon. The sectional draw is tomorrow, so we will find out who the Artesians draw.
The Artesians have a tough one, tough sectional. They have both Bloomington schools, Center Grove, Mooresville, Greenwood. It's going to be a tough one all around. Jason Ferry. So it looks like they're back in that 3-2. Not as aggressive as that 1-3-1. Stroud trying to get it to Gardner, deflected. Robertson to Willard, but Willard unable to catch the pass. So it's going to be back to Artesian ball where we have about 1:30 left in this third quarter. Artesians, if they want to make a comeback, has to start right now.
I think Gardner right now is kind of just looking for a pass so that he can pull a 3.
Gardner wants the ball. Wolf with it. LaFerry over to Stroud. Stroud for 3. He got it. Ty Stroud for 3.
His brother Hunter on the bench over there, he loved it. He got up, held up the 3s.
This has to be a big stop. They need a stop here. As Mullins, no good. Rebound by Zane Capshaw. Stroud gets it to LaFerry.
Yeah, there have been a few plays like that tonight where Mullins, with a very crowded lane, just hasn't really been able to finish through traffic so far, although he has over 20 points tonight and he has played very well. He could easily have 30-plus if he finishes on those high-flying and contested shots. You know, they're not the easy ones, but that's almost something that you kind of expect from a guy like Braylon Mullins, who we talked about earlier, has numerous D1 offers and some from Power 5 schools as well.
Gardner wants this ball right now. You can see it in his body language. He wants the ball. He wants to shoot at this last second. Wolf pulls it from 3. No good. Rebound by Mullins. Has about 1 second left. Half-court heave. No good. And that's going to do it from the third quarter as Greenfield-Central leads 59-40. You're watching Martinsville versus Greenfield-Central on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and IHSA TV.
At Home Bank, we value our communities. Homegrown. Home style. Home team. Home for the holidays. Your new home. Because at the end of the day, this is your bank. And when a bank really understands your needs, you feel at home.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to John R. Wynn Gymnasium for the start of the fourth quarter. On the court for the Cougars first. We've got Robertson, Freeman, Hinton, Mullins, and Willard. For the Artesians, Gardner, Taylor, Capshaw, LaFerry, and Stroud. It's that pass by Lane Taylor, still in the way by Braden Robertson. Willard pulls a 3. No good. Hunter Stroud able to corral the rebound. Stroud. Out to LaFerry for 3. In and out there for LaFerry. Rebound by Mullins.
Yeah, the Artesians seem to have been able to figure out the defense a little too late in this one, as that one's finished by Robertson. But back to what I was saying, the Artesians are going at a faster pace now. Well, forget what I was about to say. I was about to say that they have been able to figure out this defense and how to run it at a faster pace without turning the ball over. You know, recognizing when the fast break's there, recognizing when it's not there, being able to set up in the half court, not turn the ball over, not panicking, and getting some good shots. But right as I was about to say that, Gardner turns it over. Now the Artesians are going to press.
Yeah, they're trying to get back in this one. Down 21. They need almost a miracle here. Mullins. The ball back. Foul there committed by Gardner. Robertson going to take it out for the Cougars. Down low, Freeman, easy bucket there.
Yeah, that's a great find from Robertson, who was just inbounding the ball.
And we see a 1-2-2 press now by the Cougars. Timeout it will be called by the Artesians. Let's take this timeout to look at a little bit of the scoring. Kind of talked about it at halftime, but from that third quarter, a big quarter there by Grady Gardner. He now has 18 points in this game, more than his average of 17, and he really went off, hitting 3 threes in that third quarter. It was something special, those threes he was taking, Jack.
Yeah, those threes that he was taking, he was really feeling it. He did go 3 of 4 in that third quarter on 3-pointers. Yeah, he was just letting them fly, and you could tell, like you talked about at the end of the third quarter, for anyone who wasn't joining us, you could just tell by Gardner's body language that he was hot and he wanted to get fed. He was ready to shoot at any given moment.
Yeah, on the other side of the court, the other 24, the guy coming in that's one of the best players in the state of Indiana, Braylon Mullins. Hasn't looked too bad out here, scoring 24 points. Has about 4 threes made. Has also made a few dunks in this one. As it looks like they're back on the court now, and they're right back into that 1-2-2 press. Something we haven't seen from the Cougars all game. Stroud able to get around the whole defense. Gardner drives, floater, good. Grady Gardner with 20 points in this one.
Yeah, that little floater from Gardner is really what he likes to get to whenever he's not open on the perimeter, which is what teams kind of focus in on when they guard Gardner. But yeah, whenever Grady drives, you can be looking for that quick stop on a dime floater.
Robertson jumper, no good. Rebound by Hunter Stroud. Fast break opportunity to Grady Gardner. Layup, Gardner, good. 22 points for Grady Gardner, the sophomore guard. Gets into Mullins. And a foul going to get called there by Lane Taylor. Robertson going to take it out. 19-point game here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium. The undefeated Greenfield-Central Cougars up by 19 here. We're going to try to close this one out as the layup is no good there by Willard.
Yeah, we were just talking about what Grady Gardner likes to do. Willard kind of stopped in on a dime, pulled a little floater himself. He didn't get it to go, but Jace LaFerry picks up on the other side with a layup from the left side.
8 points for Jace LaFerry on the night, having himself a pretty good night. And Zane Capsule able to deflect that pass out of bounds. Brady Johnson of the Cougars checking in there for Dallas Freeman. Robertson. Dangerous pass there, corralled in by Willard. Willard guarded there by Zane Capshaw. Trying to get some pick and rolls here for the Cougars. Robertson all the way to the rack, kicks it out. Hinton. Hinton on the travel.
Yeah, he walked with it right before he put it on the floor. So the Artesians will take over with a little over 5 minutes to go in play here.
Right back to that 1-2-2 press. Over to Lane Taylor. Back out Stroud for 3. He got it. Hunter Stroud. First 3 ball of the night.
Yeah, Taylor, the senior tonight, like we talked about earlier, on senior night, he's gotten a couple scores himself. Both took place in the first quarter. He hasn't scored since, but he has assisted on a few impressive baskets, just like the one that we saw there from Stroud in the corner.
And that's an easy layup, though, by Jake Hinton, who also has 8 points tonight. 1-2-2 press. Giving struggles for the Artesians. Mullins gets it, misses the dunk. Gardner gets it. He's going to go all the way. That's going to get tipped out of his hands before he could shoot the ball. And they're going to say it was last touched by Grady Gardner. I mean, just like that, Jack, Artesians only down by 16. Trying to creep back into this one. Good defense here by the Artesians. Just able to get past everybody is Willard and gets the layup to fall. 10 points for Willard.
Yeah, smooth finish from Willard there as Gardner pulls a 3. That one's left a little. Oh, it goes in. It didn't touch the cable. That one's going to count.
That's going to count there for Grady Gardner. 3 ball. Another one as he now has 25 points in this one. Hinton drives in, though, easy layup there, and timeout is going to get called I think that's going to be by Greenfield-Central. Coach Meredith. A lot of Greenfield-Central fans not liking that it touched the top and bounced in, but it did not hit the cable. I don't believe that. Don't believe that's going to be taken away from him.
I haven't seen anything like that in a while, Nate. Usually whenever you see those kinds of the shots that go up on top of the backboard, you always hear the whistle blow. And it is a turnover whenever, or not necessarily a turnover, but the shot doesn't count whenever the ball touches that cable at the top of the backboard. And Gardner's three hit the front of the rim, then the top of the backboard, and bounced back into the goal. And it counted. It didn't touch the cable, so the refs are saying it counted.
Yeah, I guess it's a shoot or roll, I guess. And Grady Gardner really turned it on in that second half. Only was held to 7 points, all on free throws in that first half. And he's come around, and now he's scored 18 points in the second half, trying to bring the Artesians back. It is still a 17-point game, 3:40 remaining. Still a lot to do, but a few more three balls by Grady Gardner. We have ourselves a game. That's going to be over and back. Committed by the Artesians.
Yeah, we talked about earlier, Nate, how the Cougars like to run a 1-3-1 trap with Mullins at the top, and it looked like it was the Mullins exclusive package, which it very well may be, but Mullins is in, and they've gone back to that 3-2, kind of settling in a little bit more. You know, they have a 17-point lead with over 3 minutes to go. This one's basically sealed up for the Cougars. They're trying to really just let the Artesians burn a little bit of clock when they have the ball, instead of, you know, playing it risky, trying to force a turnover when they don't need it, and maybe letting the Artesians get a few quick, easy baskets.
Yeah, that's going to be 12 points there for Jake Hinton, who only comes in averaging 3.3 points per game, but he's got scoring a lot of easy layups tonight. Three ball. It's going to be good by Brady Johnson. I think he's 2 for 2 from the three-point line tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Nate. He is 2 for 2. Those are the only 2 shots he's taken so far. So,
but he's cashed them.
Yeah, 6 points on 2 shots. Not too shabby from Brady Johnson.
But just like that, it's a 22-point game again. And Grady Gardner misses that three. Johnson, he's still 100% as he hits that layup.
I mean, we're seeing that Willard to Johnson connection now late in that game. Willard is the main facilitator of this offense. He's the point guard. He's the second leading scorer, and he is the assist leader for this team. And he's gotten 2 back-to-back assists to Johnson.
Tip there right to Hinton. 14 points for him. As now the lead is now 26. As we were talking about maybe a comeback by the Artesians, down by only 16. 10-0 run by the Cougars gets it back up to a 26-point game. Timeout is called. We got about 2 minutes remaining. And this time, let's look at some schedules upcoming. Like you said earlier, sectionals are around the corner. Both teams still have a few games for the Artesians. They have 2 games left. They'll be at home Tuesday. I know you and Bo Dilly will be commentating that one against Northview. And then Wednesday, last game of the season for the Artesians, the game that was supposed to take place last night but was canceled due to weather, the game at Whiteland. And for Greenfield-Central, after tonight, they have 1 game remaining, and that's going to be home against Perry Meridian. Both teams getting ready for that sectional time.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, Nate, you know, last game of the year for Greenfield-Central. It's going to be senior night and the last regular season game for some of their seniors, such as Braden Robertson and Jake Hinton. But, I mean, the big thing is,
got a lot of juniors.
Yeah, Braylon Mullins is only a junior. He's going to come back for another year next year.
And you just look down this list, and you just see a lot of juniors. Brady Johnson, Boston Willard, Braylon Mullins, Dallas Freeman. A lot of guys we've heard their names called a lot tonight. Really doing well, and Lane Taylor no good there. Johnson with the ball. 3 ball. No good. Rebound by Taylor. LaFerry pulls it. 3 ball good there by LaFerry. Foul is called. A game that is pretty much already decided. Minute 14 remaining. 23-point game here. Really, both teams just looking to go into sectionals on a roll. But sadly for the Artesians, this will be loss number 14 in a row for the Artesians, who started off the season hot, I would say, winning the first 2 games. I mean, they lost a couple, but then won another one, but they have not won since the 16th of December. Tough stretch for them, and then a big part of that is losing some players, a lot of injuries for the Artesians.
Yeah, so after this one, the Cougars will improve to 21-0 as their ridiculous win streak continues and their undefeated season stays alive. As you said, Nate, they're heading into their last game of the season.
Another foul there committed by Lane Taylor. And Lane Taylor may have been his 5th. And that is his 5th foul on senior night, Lane Taylor.
Yeah, the lone senior, Lane Taylor. I can tell you that his loss, or the loss of Taylor, will be missed after this year. A leader, a great competitor. I've played with him for many years, ever since middle school. Great competitor, and
both have.
Yeah, and he's getting an ovation from the crowd here as he heads to the bench. And the second to last home game he will play here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Like you said, Nate, the last one just in a few days on Tuesday.
51 seconds remaining. Maybe some free throws taken. First one is good. Extends the lead to 24 for the Cougars. Ferry, top of the key, over to Stout. Back to LaFerry. They're just going to pass it around a little bit. 40 seconds remaining. Ferry pulls it. Another 3-ball for LaFerry. Ferry's got 14 in this one.
And
not enough.
One thing I want to point out for the audience at home that maybe didn't check into the game up until recently, they missed the pregame. This team will be 21-0 after this, as LaFerry gets the steal and the fast break layup is good, but this team will be 21-0 after this buzzer sounds. And they were 21-2 last year, obviously with one of those losses being in the sectional. And yeah, Coach Meredith and the Greenfield-Central Cougars in the regular season in the last 2 years have been 42-1, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and we talked about in the opening, just the two number 24s. Braylon Mullins had 24 tonight, and Grady Gardner had 25. Great matchup between the two star guards. But that's going to do it here from John R. Wynn Gymnasium, as Greenfield-Central will win their 21st straight game this season, 80-60. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and a big thanks to Logan Smith and the broadcasting program at MHS who produced it. For Logan, along with my broadcast partner, Jack Reeves, I'm Nate Long. Good night, everyone.